Hello, I'm Nick Laidlaw from Balance Studio, and today we're going to be doing an energy building series. So over the next 4 videos, what I'd like to share with you are some tools and techniques that have genuinely helped me over the years in times where I've needed to either conserve energy, build energy, or repair my body, repair my nervous system. So we have, I believe, or I've noticed in our society, a very big tendency to perpetually be kind of like burning ourselves out and running ourselves into the ground. And that could be with work, it could be with even play, getting out and about and just socializing a lot to the point with our own detriment. And it can even be applied to our own health, where we can fall into the trap of doing too much to a point where our body is out of balance. We've got stresses that come into the system. They can be via emotional, via chemical, they can be nutritional, or they can be physical. And all of these stresses in the nervous system, they summate as one. So your body just takes it as a stress, no matter what it is, if it's coming from your emotional system or if it's coming from your physical system. Your body depletes its energy and moves itself into that fight or flight path of the nervous system, whatever stress we're carrying. So if we've got a high, what we'd call like a high physiological load, that's a signal that we're getting from our body to do less. We have less in the tank to give. So if we want to imagine having like a cup that's full, we want to, every time we have any stress, we could say that cup gets drained a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. And sometimes all we need to do to fill that cup back up is rest. We can do active rest, which is things like moving in a way that gives you more energy than what it takes from you. We can do breathing exercises, develop a meditation practice. They'd be or you can even do exercise, but at a very low volume. So they'd be ways to actively rest. And then passive rest would be things just like falling asleep, lying down reading a book, and things that kind of don't take any energy from you. So we want to see if we can, especially in times of high stress, we want to be seeing how can we kind of give ourselves the buffer to increase our vitality, to move ourselves away from this fight or flight side of the nervous system into the parasympathetic side of the nervous system, which is concentrated on keeping us not only alive, but creating new cells, new growth, new hormones, and a better version of yourself. So over the next 4 videos, I'm going to show you ways to recalibrate and to energize via a breathing technique. The next video is going to be on some Tai Chi, so some moving meditation. The third one is going to be on some free-flowing movement, so some fluid movement. And then the last one's going to be showing you a technique where you can train without draining yourself. So I hope you enjoyed this series, and give me some feedback how you go with it. So this first video is going to be outlining 4 very basic breathing techniques. So these techniques are designed to first establish a very nice parasympathetic drive in the nervous system, which is to say that we bring our nervous system out of our fight or flight branch and into our creation mode. So into the mode which is completely centers us, has us ready to be able to create. And when we're in a state where we can create, that's in a state of love. When we're in a state where we're in fight or flight, that's in a state generally tending towards more fear. So these opposing forces are always around us in everywhere, every day, everywhere we look. Day or night, good or bad, being out in the sunshine, being in the closed doors. We're working with these balancing forces all the time. So the sympathetic side of the nervous system is when we're kind of running too hot, running ourselves down, depleting energy. What we need to do to regain energy and vitality and immunity is to move ourselves into the parasympathetic side of the nervous system as much as we can. So a breathing technique is going to get you into that parasympathetic nervous system. The trick then is to see how can these moments of stillness spill into our day-to-day life a little bit more. So see if you can practice a few of these breathing techniques regularly and not only enjoy the stillness that you're creating within, but see how that stillness can permeate into your day-to-day life when you're interacting with your friends, with your partner, with your loved ones, and even more so when you're on social media and when you're doing things like work and experiencing stressful situations. How can you use this centered position to stay in a side of creation in your day-to-day existence. So the first breathing technique is very simple, just a belly breath. All I want people to do is get their left hand, which is the feminine side of their body. It's also the receiving side. I want that to be on the belly. Then right hand, the giving side, to your heart. What we're going to do is breathe in and out through the nose. I want on the in-breath for your belly to expand outwards and the out-breath for your belly to retract. A little bit of a pause at the top and bottom, but keep it really, really simple. And I want the right hand just to be here to check in that the chest isn't moving at all with the breath. You might feel that at the beginning the chest moves a lot, but after you do it for a few minutes or after a few weeks, you will feel that it settles down a lot more. So stick with it, keep it nice and simple. What it looks like: long spine, shoulders soft. So do that no less than 3 minutes, and you can do it up to 10 minutes. Just use it as a sitting meditation if you can. The second part is an alternate nostril breathing. So if you use your right hand, we have the thumb blocking the nostril, index finger, pointer finger just above the eyebrow, and then the middle finger is going to be on the left nostril. We want to take a deep breath in through the left nostril, pause at the top, close the left nostril, open up the right nostril, breathing out through the right. Pause at the bottom, keep the right open, take a deep breath in through the right. Close the right, open the left, breathing out through the left. Keep the left open, breathing in through the left. And continuing that cycle over and over again. Again, no less than 3 minutes. See if you can build it up to 5 to 10 minutes. It might be a nice way to lead into if you've got a sitting meditation practice. But what this does also, it stimulates not only the left hemisphere of the brain, the right hemisphere of the brain. So it balances out our logic side with our creative side, the fight or flight side with our relaxed and grounded side. So it kind of centers our nervous system a lot more. The third breathing technique, it's derived long way back from the yogis, and then Wim Hof has also interpreted it and popularized it hugely, which is really awesome work that the whole world is, a lot of the world is experiencing now. And this is a really good way to expel as much oxygen as we can, and it's just a deep breathing technique. Put it simply, it's a very deep breathing technique. It has the capacity to elongate our breath hold, which is nice to be able to de-stress our body. It also has the capacity to upregulate our immune system, and with all of that, increase our capability to be centered, to relax, and to be able to exude more life force in the meantime. And what it involves is very simple. You can breathe through the nose or through the mouth, a very deep, full breath in, and then a complete exhalation. You should be able to feel the breath going all the way down low, all the way down to the very end. Full exhalation, full inhalation. Not rapid, but very deep for about 30 breaths or a minute. And at the end of that minute or 30 breaths, you do a big breath out, and you see how long you are capable to hold that exhalation, and just to see how it feels, just sitting with an empty lung. And then you just breathe in normally. You can see how little your ventilation rate will really drop after you've done this for a few rounds. So I'd encourage you to do 30 breaths and do this 2 or 3 times. So a quick demonstration of what it looks like. And you can feel your whole body flooded by air. It rises heat in your body, but it also leaves you feeling very grounded and centered. So try this, 30 breaths, 2 or 3 rounds. Take it easy to do it if you're doing it by yourself, and just enjoy the feeling that it gives you, and try to sit with it after. See if you feel any difference or any more relaxation after. So I hope you enjoyed those 3 simple breathing techniques. I hope that you can implement them in your day-to-day life as a nice stillness practice. And I hope that you can allow this stillness practice that you've built within to permeate outside as well.